Welcome to the Cash Basis Bars Update for fiscal year 2023. My name is Christy Kogel. I'm an Assistant Audit Manager with the Local Government Support Team here at the Office of the State Auditor. We will be going through the updates for 2023 reported in 2024 for our cash basis governments. We have a short agenda this year. First, we will cover our new and changing BARS codes with updates and reminders. We will then go over our accounting and reporting changes, which includes arbitrage, rebates, election costs, loans, and notes. We will then look at our future updates, which are for fiscal year 2024, reported in 2025. And that includes accounting changes and compensated absences. Our first couple of BARS code updates affect our counties. The first one is 31130, which is the sale of tax property. This will be removed from the chart of accounts. We spoke with the Department of Revenue, who is our tax authority here in the state of Washington, and they have stated that the sale of tax property, that tax revenue from the backlog property tax is just a property tax. Therefore, we are changing that accounting to go to 31110, which is property tax. If there are any excess proceeds from that sale, they would be going to 36920, which is unclaimed property. Our second BARS code update is 34148. Motor vehicle license fees. This code is being restricted to counties only because they are the only ones who contract with the Department of Licensing to provide this service. Our next BARS code update is to 34581, which is zoning and subdivision services. Both this code and BARS code 367, which is contributions and donations from non-governmental sources, reference the same RCW. That RCW is 8202020, which includes our impact fees, in particular the voluntary agreements. We removed the reference to RCW 8202020 from BARS 367 and included it only in BARS code 34581. So if you are collecting fees under RCW 8202020, then you would use 34581 going forward. Our next BARS code update is to 337, which is local grants, entitlements, and the change tribal government distributions and other payments. So as you can tell by the title, we have added tribal governments to the title and descriptions. Receipts from tribal governments other than payments for services should be coded to 33700 because they are under state law considered government entities. Therefore, they should be coded to that. That means we are no longer using BARS 367, which is contributions and donations from non-governmental sources. So again, if you have distributions from tribal governments, you will be now using 337. Our next BARS code update is to 52460, Enforcement of Codes and Regulations. This is a clarified description. Last year and all preceding years, the description was just a repeat of the title for the code, which is not very helpful when trying to implement BARS codes. So we have updated that description, and this code should be used for the expenditures related to the enforcement of the local government's codes that are not related to health, law enforcement, fire, building, or protective inspections. Those all have their own BARS codes for expenditures. Therefore, anything left over would go to the 52460. Our last update to our BARS codes for 2023 is for select counties only. These are for our counties that have a contract with the Department of Natural Resources, the State Department of Natural Resources. These are for our counties that have trust lands where they receive a revenue from DNR for the sale of items on that trust land. The first code is 3350334. This is for DNR Timber Trust 1 and Timber Trust 77. Next code is 3350335, which is DNR Other Trust 1 and Other Trust 77. DNR will tell you which trust you are getting revenue from, so please follow the BARS codes on the distribution list from the Treasury, because that will tell you what trust you should be coding to. Our next update is to the accounting and reporting. For those governments who have or may have arbitrage rebates, previously we sent our cash basis governments to the GAAP manual for that accounting. We have changed that this year. We have added a separate section in the cash manual for arbitrage rebates. This is specifically for cash accounting. Arbitrage rebates are due to the federal government every 5 years and at maturity. You will report your expenditures when they are paid, and if you have a liability, it must go on the schedule of liabilities, and you will update that amount annually. If you need help determining if you have an arbitrage rebate, that is a calculation done by the IRS. They have that information and they are the authority on that. So if you need help, we do recommend reaching out to the IRS. Our next section is in the accounting, and it deals with our counties, and that is 3.8.12, which are our election costs and voter reimbursements. The Secretary of State has authority over the election costs and how they are reimbursed. Therefore, this page will be updated to link directly to the Secretary of State's guidance for that reimbursement. We will still include how to account for your expenses and revenues for election costs and voter registration. This will occur in the December 2024 update. So not a current update, but we do want to let our counties know about this, since we will be making this change and it will be shortly after the November 2024 election. Our next one is 3.4.7, intergovernmental and forgivable loans. Previously, our revolving loan accounting was essentially hidden and buried in our Schedule 16, the schedule of expenditures of federal awards section, which is a very large section and it can be easy to miss this accounting. So we are moving it from the Schedule 16 section into our accounting section under intergovernmental and forgivable loans. Our last section of accounting and reporting has to do with the notes to the financial statements. First, we want to remind our cash basis governments with multi-year audits. We expect to see a separate set of notes for each year. What this means is if you have an audit for both fiscal year 2022 and fiscal year 2023, we would expect to see separate C4s for both of those years and separate notes. So we would expect the 2022 notes and then a separate set of notes for 2023. This is going to be included in the instructions to the notes to the financial statements in the BARS manual. Our next item is to note X, long-term debt. We updated this to include installment purchases. Those are considered debt since you do have an obligation to pay and you will have something at the end. So include installment purchases in long-term debt, the note. Our next item is note X, property taxes. We are clarifying that when presenting this note and making the disclosure, that when we mention tax levy, it is for the reporting year. We expect the reporting year to be disclosed in the property taxes. While we do have some other large accounting changes for fiscal year 2023, those actually have their own separate trainings and their own project pages. What we have coming is subscription-based IT arrangements, also known as SPIDA, public-private and public-public partnerships and availability payment arrangements, also known as the 3 Ps. This page includes an introduction, which gives you the definition. It's approximately 14 minutes. We also have a cash basis training. It's specifically for our cash basis. It covers both SPIDA and 3 Ps. It includes examples and how you will report those on your annual report. It is approximately 28 minutes. We are recommending for our fiscal year 2023 that you go and review those resources. You can scan the QR code on your screen and it will take you directly to those pages. Now, looking further into the future, fiscal year 2024, we do know that we have certain changes. The first one is to prior period adjustments, accounting changes, and error corrections. This will clarify the counting and reporting for these items. It will also include an updated note disclosure. What this means is there will be 3 new BARS codes in the 388 and 588 series. You can see them on your screen. We do already have an introduction training for this change. If you scan the QR code on your screen, it will take you directly to our YouTube video introducing this change. If you would like more information, you can also go to our website under BARS and annual reports. You can see our coming in fiscal year 2024 that is where we have these videos and some more information stored. Our next item coming in 2024 is clarification to our compensated absences. Currently, the only instructions for compensated absences are in the Schedule 09 instructions. There is a little blurb under the liability code that explains what a compensated absence is. We are adding clarification and being more specific on how to record that liability. We do have an introduction to compensated absence training on our YouTube page. You can scan the QR code on your screen and it will take you directly to the cash basis version. What this new clarification will allow us to do is add a new bar section under accounting and reporting that will discuss what a compensated absence is and what to look for in your policy. That comes to our next point of, if you do not have a compensated absence policy or it has not been reviewed in a while, you may want to do that now so that you can implement any changes that you need to as we go forward with this accounting change. If you have any questions about the items on this update, including our SPIDA, our changes in accounting, and compensated absences, please feel free to submit a help desk. We are more than happy to answer those questions. And please watch our trainings and workshops page on our website. We do have some very exciting trainings coming in 2024. And thank you for spending the time with us for the BARS update for fiscal year 2023.